Temperate Rainforest by Caleb Buchanan
and Emily Kirkwood. Location. The main stretch of this habitat is along the northwestern coast of North America. It's located in small areas in southern Chile, New Zealand, Australia, and a few other places around the world. The temperature. Average annual temperature is above 0 degrees Celsius. The warmest of the temperate rainforest may have an average annual temp of 20 degrees Celsius. Precipitation. At least 200 centimeters of precipitation and up to 350 centimeters in warm areas. The average rainfall is 30 to 60 inches of rain per year. Plant life. High humidity means that epiphytes are much more common here. Plants like moss and ferns, which rely on water for reproduction, are common here. Some plants in this biome are western hemlock, vine maple, cattail moss, licorice fern, salmonberry, and star-step moss. Some animals are Pacific tree frog, rubber boa, berry thrush, black-tailed deer, shrews, and bald eagle.
The Calypso bulbosa orchid. The Calypso bulbosa, also known as the fairy slipper, is a beautiful flower that grows in solitary in the temperate rainforest. This flower is endangered because of habitat destruction due to deforestation from timber companies. Another significant reason that the fairy slipper is endangered is due to the presence of people. People either accidentally cause damage when viewing or photographing the flower, or they intentionally remove the flower from its natural habitat. Here is an example of a food chain for the temperate rainforest. As always, the food chain starts out with the sun, providing energy for photosynthesis to the autotroph, which in this case is the big leaf maple tree. The big leaf maple provides leaf litter, and this leaf litter is then eaten by springtails, very small insects. Poison dart frogs eat these springtails, and then in turn, the poison dart frogs are eaten by fire-bellied snakes. Once the fire-bellied snakes die, same with all other organisms and waste, they are decomposed by decomposers such as fungi. Here is an example of a food web for the temperate rainforest system. It starts out with the sun providing energy to the big leaf maple tree. The big leaf maple provides leaf litter for the springtails to eat and live in. The springtails are eaten by the poison dart frogs, which are eaten by the fire-belly snakes. Springtails also eat mushrooms. Deer eat mosses and grasses that grow in the temperate rainforest biome. Ticks and deer have a parasitic relationship. Ticks thrive by living on deer and consuming the deer's blood. This harms the deer and benefits the tick. This is a parasitic relationship. Hawks eat small birds that live in the temperate rainforest biome. Keystone species. A keystone species in this environment is the black bear. Black bears are at the top of the food chain in the temperate rainforest biome, and without them, the entire food chain would either be heavily altered or completely collapse altogether. If we removed these black bears, then we would have an overpopulation of most secondary consumers, and this, in turn, causes competition for many of these secondary consumers. The removal of black bears would also indirectly decrease the primary consumer population and indirectly increase the producer population. All in all, the black bear population keeps the balance in the food chain.
Ecosystem services. Fresh water. The storage and retention of fresh water sustains watershed stability and resilience and enables power generation. It allows humans to have other power sources. Vegetation reduces flood impacts and retains soil and nutrients. All of the plant protects the soil from being eroded by rain and wind. Economic benefits. Food and timber. Much of the food humans eat is grown in the temperate rainforest. The temperate rainforest has a very good climate for plants to grow in and animals to prosper in. The temperate rainforest trees are used for lumber and the open areas left from cutting down the trees are used to build buildings. The trees are also ground up to make paper for magazines, newspaper, and many other things.
Anthropogenic effects. Humans alter the temperate rainforest system in many ways. We contribute air pollution to the biome because factories create and cause smog and pollution that comes from the production of products and the burning of fossil fuels. Deforestation. Temperate rainforests have many trees, hence the name temperate rainforest. The forests are chopped down for agriculture, land, construction, industry, and many other uses. Water pollution. Domestic and industrial pollution contaminates the water sources. Carbon dioxide and other pollutants released into the atmosphere cause acid rain that acidifies bodies of water. Lastly, overhunting. Humans hunt on massive annual scales in the temperate rainforest. This wreaks havoc on the biome's food chain.
The carbon cycle is part temperate rainforest. An example of this is when trees take up carbon, but when they are cut down, they release it into the atmosphere.